High Profile invited working parents that are working remotely to talk about how in the world they're getting anything done during this time with small children, from navigating responsibilities to structuring their day and balancing work and children and even feelings with their spouse or partner. And we all have a certain level of expectation from our teams, from our families, and of course from ourselves. So we are going to hear from these working parents to see exactly how they are navigating this, any advice they have, and if nothing else, just to know that we aren't alone.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Everett, VP of Talent Acquisition at Angels of Care Pediatric Home Health. I was excited to get invited by High Profile to do a quick video on keeping working parents sane, I guess, during the quarantine COVID situation. So I just want to give you some tips, some suggestions, some things I've been doing, I guess, to kind of stay sane during this crazy time. I have two kiddos. I have a son that's 8 and a daughter that's 4. I have a lovely, awesome wife that has been stepping in and doing the homeschooling for us. So that's been a godsend. My mom taught second grade for 30 years, so I understand kind of what goes on the back end of teaching, and now millions of parents do as well. So hopefully there's a little bit better appreciation for teachers around the U.S. A big challenge I've had is telling or keeping the kids at bay when I'm on a call, on a Zoom call, conference call, working, whatever it may be, because they see the daddy's home and they want to play, right? Especially my 4-year-old daughter. So something I've been doing is I tell them, we can have lunch every day. I'll step out of my office. We can eat together. What's cool too is that I don't have my commute going in the morning or coming back in the afternoon, evening. So as soon as I'm done working, I can go straight out and have a bike ride, go on a family walk, something like that. That's some fun stuff that we can do, that we can do as working parents, working from home during the quarantine, and the kids seem to really dig it. Our typical school situation is my son's in school. My daughter's been in preschool. Now she's going into kindergarten in the fall. So again, it's not just tough on the parents that are working, it's tough on the kids, and we got to keep that in mind. They are used to being around their teachers, listening to the teachers' lessons, going to PE, going to recess, going to lunch, having fun with their friends, and now they're not seeing their friends as much. They're having to see their friends on Zoom calls. At least that's what my son was doing. So this has been tough on them too. So we have to keep that in mind. I've learned to stay calm towards the kids, right? It can get really frustrating, them barging in on calls, wanting to play, constant interruptions, things like that. My 4-year-old daughter loves to ask me a million questions on everything, which I think is great. But when you're trying to work, obviously it's tough. So we just got to remember to stay calm. This is a new situation for our kids and for us. And this too shall pass. At least I hope. So now the summer's coming, so we'll see how that goes. But, again, this is a new situation for everybody. We just need to stay calm, stay focused, and, look at the positives. You're at home with your family. Hopefully your family's all healthy. If they are, focus on that, and focus on keeping them healthy and safe, right? So, but yeah, it's a crazy time. We'll all get through this. Just stay focused on your job, stay focused on your family, and everything will be good. All right. Hope you are doing well, and y'all take care out there. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Camille. I'm a Senior Talent Acquisition Manager, and I have a 2-year-old son who is normally in daycare full-time on a daily basis, but with COVID-19 and shelter in place, he has been home with his parents, giving a new meaning to bring your kids to work day. It has been a challenge and a fun time having him at home during the workday. And some of the things that we have done to keep us sane during this time is maintaining the schedule that he had at daycare. So when we get up in the morning, the same schedule that he has starting at breakfast all the way to the end of the day, we try to maintain that schedule to keep some type of normalcy so that when he returns to daycare, he'll still be in the same rhythm, the same schedule. Another thing that we do is we do activities with him throughout the day. When I have meetings and phone calls and video calls, he is working alongside his dad, and vice versa when his dad has phone calls and meetings and things like that. We try to make sure he has enough activities and arts and crafts and learning activities to keep him busy throughout the day. And we also let him watch a little TV. That keeps us sane, and plenty of snacks. One of the things that I do to keep myself on task throughout the day is maintaining my Outlook calendar, making a list to make sure that I'm on track with my scheduled projects and meetings and things that I have to do to maintain my job and maintain the excellence that I like to have in my job. So those are some of the things that I do to maintain my work day. I also involve my son in my work on some of the lower priority meetings and meetings with my teammates or meetings with my boss. I do involve my son and allow him the opportunity to speak to some of my colleagues and coworkers. He quite enjoys that, and I think they do as well. So the biggest tip that I would have for parents working with children at home is to relax and know that every day is not going to be a perfect day, but you can always start over. And also, you have children. Things are going to happen. And it's awesome that you can keep communication with your team, with your boss, and make sure they know what's going on throughout the day. And if you have things to do with your children, make sure you use, if you have Skype or messaging, making sure that you keep people aware of when you're offline and when you're online. Those are just some tips that I think, keep the day flowing great. And just relax and don't take things too hard and don't take yourself too serious, especially if you have a toddler like me. I do the best that I can, and that's all you can ask for. So do your best work within the time frame you have, whether it be nap, breakfast time, lunchtime. If your child is down for a nap or eating, that's a great time to kind of focus, to go away and focus for a few minutes and get your work done in a quiet time. So those are just some quick tips.
Hi, my name is JD Lawless. I am a regional field recruiter for FedEx office. I have two 7-year-old twins, boy and a girl. And right now our current typical childcare situation is our kids would go to school. Me and my wife both will work. And then currently since they've been schooled from home, me and my wife have both been working from home as well. Our biggest challenge is basically we're just managing our time while both of us are working, and both of us are trying to take calls, do Zoom meetings and things like that, and keeping them aligned with their schoolwork while they were doing online learning. So the biggest success we've had is to just try and keep them engaged with their schoolwork during the day, to try and organize them to where they have short breaks in between their schoolwork, because that's always a challenge, keeping them engaged in the school and the learning process for more than 30 minutes or so. The biggest thing that we've done to try and help release some of their energy and get them involved is we bought a trampoline for them to burn up some of that energy. But just keeping them engaged with their schoolwork has probably been our biggest challenge overall. And then what we do to deal with interruptions is, we try to let the kids know that we're working, and that it's best if they can, try and continue to do their schoolwork or maybe go watch TV or play in their room. Of course, trying to, limit that electronic time is always a challenge as well. And then me and my wife, we try to, help each other. If one of us is on a call or a meeting, we try to keep them out of the other's hair during those times. And that's, just the typical day in the Lawless household with us twins. So I hope everyone else is doing well out there, and I appreciate the opportunity to do this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lauren Truelove with Unity Hunt. I decided to keep it real for you guys because this is what I look like 75% of my week. I've got two kids, two daughters, a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. I think my biggest challenge since being at home is that I don't have a door to shut. So everything you're hearing right now is pretty much all the time, whether it's my dog, the TV in the background, doors opening and shutting. I mean, it is nonstop kind of noise.
expired in 2016.
Including questions about an EpiPen from 2017. So it's just all the time. And it never fails when I'm meeting with my boss. My 7-year-old needs her fruit snacks opened. So I wish I had a door. But the tip, or I guess what I would say to all of you, is that we all have noisy and needy families. And so just roll with it, give each other grace, and don't sweat it. And if you're having one of those really bad days, walk, go outside for a little bit, just have a little bit of you, quiet time, and then just hit the reset button. So, all right, good luck out there.
Hi everyone, my name is Trey Spiropoulos. I'm a Communications and Engagement Manager for Toyota Motor North America's Connected Technologies team. Like many of you, I'm trying to balance this new world of being an employee, parent, and teacher. I have one daughter, Anne-Marie, who's about to be 6 years old and just finished up kindergarten. We've been doing our best to balance work, school, and family time. I'd say the hardest part has been trying to keep her engaged while hosting meetings for long periods of time. At the same time, not just handing her an iPad and letting her stay glued to that all day. For us, the solution has been providing her with a routine and a sense of structure. We created a daily activity chart with chores and assignments that need to be completed. We've broken up homework assignments into smaller segments throughout the week, so neither of us feels overloaded or rushed. We've encouraged her to be independent. She's responsible for making her bed, cleaning her room, dressing herself, which can be interesting at times, and feeding the dog. Placed a big importance on being active together, taking walks throughout the day, letting her ride her bike, and doing meal prep together. Not to say that everything's been perfect, but we found a good balance, and I've also blocked off time on my calendar to ensure that she's getting attention from me throughout the day and doing interesting things for her. Ultimately, I'd say my work responsibilities have not diminished at all. In fact, I feel just as busy as ever. At the same time, my stress levels are down. I think a lot of that's due to just being nice to take a pause and walk into another room, take a break with the family, grab the dog and take a walk. So again, it's not perfect, but we're making it as good as can be, and we'll continue to do so. Really like to thank Callie for staying engaged with me and my team and giving us an opportunity to share what's working for us. And hope everyone is doing great, staying healthy, and hope you all have a wonderful summer. Take care.
Thank you to everyone that contributed to this and shared your stories, your advice, your support for other parents working at home with children. And I hope everyone watching got something valuable out of this and that you're able to stay sane during this time. Take care, everyone.